What's going on, family? This is Amir. I'm a Lucifer, and you are watching M.ology. I want to break some knowledge down to you on some things people ain't really conscientious of. Some is, some may not be. But every day we use the letters in the alphabet for English speaking beings. But there's a message in everything, and a mathematical message. Let's break this down for you, that you will see that the word alphabet means alpha being one, and bet both are Hebrew words, spelt a little bit different for alpha, but nevertheless said the same. And what is the alpha? Alpha means, again, one. But the power of alpha, as I expressed and explained to you in my previous teachings, that you'll find that the power of 13 is encoded in pretty much everything of divine nature. Alpha, let's look at it. As you can see on the word alpha, you have the A and the L. Why do in the word alpha, it opens the door with A being one, and L is the 12th letter in the alphabet. So in essence, you have 1 plus 12, which equal 13. So alpha opened the door with 13. And 13 again is not a bad number. It's reason I'm expressing and explaining these things to you. You will see through these teachings, you'll see that 13 is a blessed and highly favored number. Alpha opens the door with 13. And in the word alpha, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many letters? In alpha, we have 8 letters in alpha, right? And in alpha, there is alpha being 1 and bet being 2, alphabet being 2. So in essence, what do we have here? We have 1 plus 2 equaling 3. And if you remember, what letter is 8 in the alphabet? The letter 8 is H. It's the 8th letter in the alphabet. And you will see that 3 is nothing more than, that's right, 3 is nothing more than an E, because they correspond. Remember, the ancient Hermetic says that which corresponds above also corresponds below. And you will understand that that which is left is really right, because it's your right brain that controls your left hand, and it's your left brain that controls your right hand. So being right is left and left is right, you will see that E is 5. So you will see that 3 is really an E turned left, right? So let's bring this down. You'll see that that equal 5, right? Now what's 8 plus 5? 8 plus 5 is 13. So the word alphabet encodes to 13. And also, you'll see that it opens the door with alpha, 13. 8 letters again, 1 and 2, But what do you see? On the end of the alphabet, you see we have E.T., alpha, and then E.T. It's no mistake that they have this here because, remember, on the word planet, right? On the word planet, you have what? A E.T. plant, even on planet. So, let's understand that it's a lot of higher things that's at work. And it's just my job to explain the intrinsic, deep mysteries of things. Alpha and alphabet encoding to be 13. Yes, alpha and bet. Alpha is the first letter in the 22 out of the 22 in the Hebrew number system, in the alphabet number system. And bet is 2. And in Greek, it's an A added on to it. But nevertheless, it's 1 and 2 again. 1 and 2. Which also give power to 3. Hold on, family. Let me show you something. Now, the word Hebrew opens the door with he. Remember I showed you? Isn't that the same 2 letters that gave power to the alphabet that encoded to show you that 8 is the 8th letter in the alphabet? 3 is really E turned to the left. And E is the 5th letter in the alphabet that equal 8 plus 5 give you 13. So let's go back down here. The word Hebrew opens the door with 13 because H is the 8th letter and E is the 5th. They give you 13 brood. I just threw that in there. But 13 again. So how is the number 13 a bad number? But check this out. What's going on, y'all? Told you I'd be back at you. Now, we use this word all the time. We say this word, God, right? But the power of the word God, and even in Bible, I'm finna show you something. In the word God, the first 2 letters open the door with G-O-D. And G-O-D opens the door with go. And the first 2 letters in G-O is G is the 7th letter in the alphabet. G is the 7th letter in the alphabet, and O is the 15th letter in the alphabet. So 7 plus 1 is 8. And 8 plus 5 is what? $13. So God opened the door with 13. First what? 2 letters. In God is 13. You say the word Bible. The Bible, mathematical equation, let's go down. You'll see that Bible, B, is the 2nd letter in the alphabet, and I is the 9th. And the remaining B is 2, which equal 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Look. So, your Bible, or the Bible, which is Greek for books, biblica, equals 13. So how is 13 a bad number? And on the end of Bible you have, which is code for the L's. Right is left, left is right. So even in your Bible, or the word Bible is 13 L's, as in the 13 Elohim, or the 13 bloodline. So let's look at this. As you can see, that the word Bible, and God opened the door with 13. You see, 2 letters. And in the word Bible, it's 3 letters that equal 13. So again, you see the power of 23. Do your math. Hold on, let me explain something else to you. Well, what about the word disciple? Jesus and the disciples. Well, the disciple has, as in the word disciple, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 letters in it. In the word disciple, you have D, D-I. D is what letter in the alphabet? D is 4. What is I? I is the 9th letter. I is the 9th letter in the alphabet, which equal 13. So in the word disciple, it opens the door with D-I. And D and I equal 13. Everything is math. As you can see, the almighty architect, the grand architect, has created everything in mathematical synchronicity. So when you say the word disciple, it opens the door with the formula 13. And what? It ends it with what? There you go again. L. Right is left, and left is right. This 13L again opens the door with 13. With, again, how many letters? 8 letters. The alpha, the circle, the head, the alpha, and the omega, the beginning and the end. This is the reason why when you say the alphabet's from A to Z, the Z is nothing more than a N bowing. Once it got to the end, it bowed to form a 7. You see? And everything come back to the 8, because 8 is 1. And then your 7, which broke off, that stood in front of 1, which is the architecture designed for the Z, that form, once it got to the end, it bowed to form a 7 with a 1 on the base. And of course, 1 plus 7 equals what? 8 again. I was about to get deep. Hold on. Here we go, family. Everybody go to the doctor. A lot of people go to school to get their doctorate degree, or masters, or associates, and so forth, etc. But in order to have this name, and to have these 2 letters as a doctor, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters in doctor, right? And doc being short right here. Hey, what's up, doc? It's short, and it stopped at C with 6 letters in it. Let's give you to your halo, which is a circle, which is a 36 degrees in a circle, right? Okay, but your letters in doctor, everything is dealing with this power, this 13 here. D is what? D is the 4th letter in the alphabet. What is R? R is the 18th letter in the alphabet. When you're doing numerology, you add up the finite. 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 8 equals 13. So y'all frown at this 13, but many of you doctors have the mathematical synchronicity sign that's being shown of 13, which give you the embodiment of 4. But again, you don't get 4 except by the L, right? And a 1, which is 12. L is 12. And 1 is A. 1 is A. So in essence, AL.LA.H, which equal 13. I'm sorry, y'all, you know I'm using this itty bitty pen. So your 13 here, in the word doctor, your doc here, your doctor is, it opens the door with 13. You know, where do you think you get your ideas from? You get your ideas from the master architect, right? Let's do this here. In the word idea, look, in the word idea, the first 2 letters in idea gives you 13. Huh? Hold on, let me straighten this board out for you. In the word idea, first 2 letters in idea equal 13. As I explained to you, the first 2 letters in God equal 13. The Bible, first 3 letters in Bible equal 13. And the first 2 letters that make one who completed their education at the highest academics is a doctor equal 13. Your word heaven, the first 2 letters in heaven equal 13. The word Allah, first 2 letters open the door with 13. The remaining 2 equal 13 again. So there's 2 13s even in Allah. Your head has 13 in the beginning. And even in the word head, it say he add, as if one must add and be mathematical as a head in order to get a head. Again, your first 2 letters in head equal 13. Your heart, first 2 letters in heart equal 13. And it's a 13 art. I'm not making this up. It is what it is. Because in your heart you have first 2 letters in heart is C. 3 letters, that 23 again. The 2 and the 3, the art. And of course, in Hebrew is, the first 2 letters in Hebrew is 13, which only makes sense. Michelangelo da Vinci had 13 people at the Last Supper. 13 is a blessed number. It's a sanctioned number. Because 13 is a mystical number. It wasn't 12 disciples at the Last Supper. There was 13. And who's supposed to be the 13th one? We've been saying the word Judas Iscariot, or some say Judas Iscariot. Yeah. Judas Iscariot has 13 letters in it. J. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So, when you think that the 13 is a bad number, all this is coded. Judas Iscariot or Iscariot is not dealing with what y'all think is dealing with. This is why the painting that Leonardo da Vinci made this Judas being the 13th one. Remember, Jesus said, one of you will betray me. Listen, Jesus said, one of you will be, which is the second letter in the alphabet, Trey. I already explained this to y'all. Trey means 3. And he said, one of you will betray. And a powerful word, me. And if you know what me means, M is 13, E is 5, which gave power to the word ace. A, C, E. Me means ace. All this is code talk. Yeah, all this is code talk. Jesus said, one of you will betray. He's talking about the 23. Me. So one of you will be the 23rd, the 23, the signs of that 23. Me, that ace, that chosen one. Remember, God said, thou shalt have no other God besides who? Besides me. So, Judas Iscariot, 13 letters, 13 people at the Last Supper. And the 13 being the 13th one who is to come. This is why you see in the Last Supper painting, you see, watch the painting, one holding up a 1 and the other throwing 3. One throwing 1 and the other one throwing 3. 13. The name Mary opens the door with M being 13. And then your Christ, this Christ, the Messiah, he who is to come, opens the door with 13. C is 3. Right is left, left is right. The 3 is really an E, turned facing right. E is 5. H is 8. 5 and 8 equal your 13 here. The Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. C equals 3. T is the 20th letter in the alphabet. So you see the power 23. It's talking about, remember, the Jews do not accept this Jesus in the Bible as being the Messiah who is to come. Don't believe that Jesus in the Bible is the Messiah who is to come. Well, I leave as I came. Namaste. Hotep. And understand that this 13 is powerful because this 13 is a lot more than what you think it is.
When I'm looking at the fearful, got God inside my body, so I know I got the energy divided, the in body inside my body, a fifth body,